Operation Warp Speed. As a federal employee working for U.S. Northcom at the time, I was actually part of Operation Warp Speed, and I was quite happy and proud of what we did. We saved a lot of lives. But back to this whole vaccine thing, we handled this badly as a group. We shut down businesses, we demoralized people, and we're still suffering the effects from that. So Trump did a great job as far as I'm concerned. And on the other hand, Mr. Biden has been in office since I was 6 years old, and he still doesn't know how to run the country.
Yeah.
Flowers, 30 seconds.
All right. I've got two. I'm a big fan of Rand Paul. I've been following him for years. He stands up to the Democrats. He stands up to Fauci, and he puts them in his place. And if I'm elected, I'm going to do everything I can to put Fauci in jail. He's got to go.
Yes.
I like Chip Roy as well. He is fiery and inspiring. And so if we could make a combination of those two, that's how I would be in Congress.
Mr. Flowers.
I'm a big fan of the House Freedom Caucus, and the minute I get into Congress, I will join with them, and we will wreak havoc upon the Democratic Party.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Flowers.
The Federal Reserve is about as federal as Federal Express. They're a bunch of private bankers that mean us no good.
Amen.
Several times, our presidents have tried to replace the Federal Reserve. Remember Abraham Lincoln and his greenbacks, and John F. Kennedy. And I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but the issue of the day is they're not helping us. We owe $91,000 for every man, woman, and child in the United States. We owe the Federal Reserve $31 trillion. How did this happen? How are these bankers trying to help us? Why are we paying $4.56 for regular gas? And diesel fuel is almost, actually over $6. How are poor people going to maintain? The Federal Reserve is not helping us, and they need to be brought to heel. And if I am elected, we'll get to that House Freedom Caucus, and we'll bring them to heel.
Mr. Flowers, and each of you will get 1 minute to answer this question. Assuming Roe v. Wade is overturned, what is the next step for the pro-life movement, and what is the end game for the pro-life movement?
I don't like abortion. I think it's wrong.
Amen.
I can't force other people to live by my views. So the issue of the day is you're talking compromise. I don't have a true answer, but I know that Texas has done the Heartbeat Act. And basically, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but they're saying, once there is a heartbeat within the child, within the womb, then you can't have an abortion.
Amen.
Maybe that's something the nation can get behind.
Amen.
I'm not saying that's my policy. I'm saying it makes a lot of sense. We're going to have to compromise with the Democrats. We're going to have to come up with something. But personally, I would never, ever advise anyone to have an abortion. It was a very, very unfortunate incident. Unfortunately, I don't have much to say about it because I was at NSA behind the fence at the time. I was still working for the federal government. But my thoughts are, after looking back, there's a lot of people that were involved in that have some shaky backgrounds. I mean, the Antifa people seem to be not in jail. The BLM people who participated seem to be not in jail. But the people who were conservatives seem to be still in jail. What are we doing about it? It just seems like due process is not being followed. But again, I can't say much about it because I wasn't there. I was still working for the federal government, and I had no intention of running for Congress. I was just an angry old soldier.
All right.
The federal government was 3 doors down from the Secretary of Homeland Security. And the reason that I left was because I couldn't stand what we were doing to the southwest border. The Biden administration has basically neutered Customs and Border Patrol. They have neutered those people that defend us. So you can just walk across. That's not cool, and we're going to have to pay for that. I realized that I was on the wrong side of the issue, so I quit my job. I walked away. I was making Congress money. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this because I took an oath in 1987, and I keep my oaths. So the issue of the day, thank you, sir. The issue of the day is the DREAM Act. I'm going to do everything I can to send all of them home. Bottom line, if you elect me. We're going to give the Democrats an opportunity to compromise. If they see things my way, everything will be just fine. Otherwise, they're going to lose. Period. Involving ourselves in foreign entanglements. Let me tell you a short story. First of all, of the 4 people up here, I'm the only one that's been to Ukraine. I was there in 2003. Oh, you been there?
Yes, sir. I've been there.
Were you in the military?
No, sir.
Okay,
I was
it's
in
my
Ukraine,
turn.
and I have friends
It's
in Ukraine
still
who
my
are
turn.
suffering. And I'm sorry
It's
for
still,
interrupting you. But
yes, no, you're not sorry for interrupting. You interrupted on purpose, and I'd like my time back, because I've got a wonderful story to tell you. Thank you, sir. So, there I am in Afghanistan, flying from Bagram to Kabul. I'm in a Chinook aircraft, if you know what that is. It's a helicopter, right behind the tail gunner. Beautiful night, 2 o'clock in the morning, flying across the desert. I see a light. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's moving. It's a SAM, a surface-to-air missile, and it's coming at us. And I realized, okay, I'm done. This is how I die. It petered out. When we got to our destination and got our down brief, I found out that SAM was American equipment from 1976 when we funded the war against the Mujahideen. We need to be careful about sending weapons overseas, because in a few years, those weapons we sent forward will be used against American soldiers. Do you want your kids dead? Think about it. We need to be careful about foreign engagements.
Authority. Ernie Flowers for Congress. Beth Lawson, Treasurer.